See what the Lord has done. Can you see what the Lord has done? What we've waited for has come to pass. See what the Lord has done. Hi guys, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know from the title that a lot of people that are watching my videos now are asking, Blessing, what's up? Are you jackpying from Nigeria? What's the story? And yeah, you know, people are really jackpying from this country. A lot of people have left. Some people are still putting in their applications. Some are still thinking of leaving. And I know, see, firsthand, I have heard people say, what are you still doing in this country? Don't you have plans on leaving? This country is not good. There are a lot of things happening in this country. Blessing, when are you leaving? So, what do you think? And I have a few things that I would want to say. All right. I really do not blame people that decide to leave this country for different reasons. That is not to say Nigeria is not a good place. I am proudly a Nigerian. I will forever be a Nigerian. Even if I leave this country, I would still, this is still my roots, right? I cannot deny where I am from. No matter what happens, I am still a Nigerian. But I do not fault people, I do not fault Nigerians that leave this country to other countries for different reasons. One, for a better life, right? Um, if you have the means to support yourself and your family here in Nigeria, and it's easy for you to get a job, a well paying job, because the economy of this country is something else, right? If you're not earning much that is enough to cater for your needs, your family, put a roof over your head, feed you, clothe you, and do other things for you, you will be struggling in this country because the prices of food in the market has increased, house rent has increased, clothing has increased, practically everything, transportation has increased. So if you're trying to get a job, you need to get a job that is able to cater for your everyday needs, right? And people travel out of this country because the jobs they get here is not able to meet their needs. And because our currency has no value, the value of our currency of the naira notes is dropping by the day, and so no matter how much you earn, you just discover that it's not enough to meet your everyday needs. So people see the need to, go outside the shores of the country to look for better opportunities for their self and especially for their families, right? So I really do not fault people that leave this country for a better future. I do not. Another factor you would want to consider, that people consider before leaving, is security. I kid you not. I am not here to begin to talk about the wars, the issues we have in Nigeria, because even though it's not working for some people, some people Nigeria is the best place to live, right? But the insecurity in this country is alarming. It is. I remember when I traveled to France for the first time, and after some nights there, I just discovered that the spirit of fear, fear is the spirit, right? The spirit of fear, fear of being kidnapped, fear of ritualists, fear of even juju, because I've had my own fair share, right? I've had my own fair share of spiritual attacks and all that. I am not saying it does not exist outside the shores of Nigeria. I'm just speaking because I'm a Nigerian, and this is peculiar to my people, right? So I slept, and I there was no fear of maybe people bugging, entering into your house, stealing things. No fear whatsoever. I had so much peace. I wasn't worried about a lot of things that would necessarily get me worried here in Nigeria. Now, there are a lot of things peculiar to different countries, a lot of issues that are peculiar to different countries. We have ours in Nigeria, and other countries have theirs too, right? If I don't know the country you're from, but you can put it down in the comment section. One thing that you think is peculiar in your country that would make you want to leave your country to another country, right? We have ours in this country, and that's why you need to really prepare, plan, do your research about any country you're planning to move to, and be sure that it is somewhere you can actually stay. I know the urgency to want to leave this country, but in a bid to leave this country, please do not rush out of Nigeria or rush out of your country into another country that will be worse. It's as if you're going from frying pan to fire. Don't do that. If you're planning to leave, you need to carefully plan, okay? So you need to carefully plan, make your research, pray about it. Sincerely, you need to pray about it, and be sure that this is where God is leading you to. You've you've checked and you know that this country or so place is going to favor you more than the country where you are currently residing, then you can make that move. Okay, I've heard cases of people that leave their countries and go into another country, and they are stranded. They can't go back home. They can't make a living in that country. 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, they're still struggling to make ends meet. And that is because probably proper planning was not made before leaving your home country or before leaving where you're based. Don't quit your job, sell all your properties because you want to move to a country and you're moving to that country clueless. Do not move into any country clueless. You need to make your research, be sure of what you are doing. For people that have been asking me, I have heard that question. In fact, at some point I began to say, oh, there's nothing wrong with Nigeria, why should I leave Nigeria? Because I was tired of answering questions. When people see me, they are like, oh, are you still in this country? Yes, I'm still in this country. That's why you're seeing me. I'm not a ghost. I'm not a ghost. I'm still here. Okay. If I want to leave, if I'm planning to leave, I'm going to make my research. I'm going to be sure that this is the right move to make for myself and for my family. Okay. It will not be because everybody is jackpying out of the country. It's not going to be because I'm looking for the next place to move to. Any movement you're making should be well calculated. Do not go into any country clueless. Do not go into any country without proper planning. Okay, without proper planning, don't do it. Don't do it. Do not do it. It will be bad for you to leave your country where probably you have a job that is sustaining you for the moment, and then you just quit your job, you sell everything you have, you take your family along with you, and you move to a land that you know nothing about, a land where you don't know where to start from, and you're just stuck and stranded. It will not be nice, especially if you're going with your family. If you're going alone, probably you can survive, okay, anywhere belle face. You can survive, but if you're going with your family, you need to plan. It's not something you just wake up one morning and say, oh, I am leaving. It will not work like that. It will not work like that. I remember when I traveled to France, I saw people literally sleeping on the streets. Like they were, and it was very cold. I went there around December. Okay, so it was very cold. It was very cold, and people were literally sleeping outside. All right. I do not want that to be your situation because I love you. So if you're planning to move to any country at all, whether through the study route or through the work route or the PR route, any route you want to use to migrate from your home country or from where you're staying into another country, it will do you well to, it will be nice for you to make your research, okay, plan properly, pray about it, do adequate research about that country. Be sure that wherever it is you're moving to, you are well prepared, you are well equipped, so that whatever it is you find there, you are not surprised. I know there are cultural shocks that you will experience there, but in a way you're already prepared. You already know that, oh, this is what I am going to expect from this country. Do your research. Don't move with the flow. People are running, you to you're running. I know for this. That's why I said from in the beginning of my video that I do not fault people that migrate, especially from this country to other countries, to better their life, because of insecurities. Okay, I do not fault them, because I remember when I was still in Kaduna State, right, and there was insecurity at some point. It was so bad that it was reoccurring, right? It was so bad that there were days they would tell us, oh, that they're approaching the village where we are residing. Sorry, that they were approaching the village where we're residing, and that's how all of us, my family, my siblings, everybody from the village will be running towards the bush area. There was one day we ran inside the bush. In fact, I saw monkey that day, so you know how far we trekked and how we ran. Okay, we're entering into muds, water, rivers. We were just running aimlessly without direction. So those kind of things can set people on edge and make them want to leave, just so their lives can be secured. If it's an environment, if you're moving to a place where you are sure your life is important to people, to the government, you are not worried about your security is assured, then by all means, sincerely, by all means, because until you are alive, you can make a living. If someone is gone, is gone, right? So and that is it. And for me and my household, we are still here. If we move, we move. But for now, we're still here. Okay? We're still here. Whether we have plans on if we want to travel or not, we are still here. So we are still here, and we're trusting God that this country will favor everybody. In as much as we are traveling, there are some people that do not have the means to travel. I'm hoping and praying to God that this country will favor you and your household, and that God will preserve everybody from any form of insecurity. God will keep us, okay? Because insecurity is not peculiar to a particular nation. I feel like it is everywhere. It is everywhere, and it's by the grace of God that we are alive, and God is keeping us, God is helping us, and the God that has kept you, that is watching me till this point, will continue to keep you. A lot of you see a lot of messages online, a lot of adverts on different countries you would want to migrate to. You see it on YouTube, you see it on Facebook. When you open your Instagram, it's there. That's because people are desperate to leave. People are desperate to leave. And why I also said you should make your research is that all these scammers and bad people will capitalize on your desperation, because they know how desperate people are to leave the country. Okay, they target those set of people and they dupe them of their money. I have heard it happen severally, where you pay an agent to help you migrate to another country and your money is gone. That's why I said make your research. Do your research. Be sure about this country you are moving to. Do not move or go into any country clueless. Don't do it. Even if you're applying through an agent, also do your research about that country. If you're going through the school route, do your research about the school you want to apply to. If you're going through the work route, also do your research about the company that you're planning to work with. Okay, do your research. Do not move into any country clueless. Do not give people your money to do all the work and you just sit back at home and wait for results. Don't do that. In the long run, it's not going to favor you. Okay, so yeah, I know this sounds like a clickbait, and from the beginning you thought I was planning to jackpot. I am still here with you. If you're still in this country, we are still here together. Okay, so yeah, it's not a clickbait, right? It is in a way, but I still just wanted to pass a message across to you guys. Okay, if that makes sense. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you watched this one, thank you. I love you. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video, hopefully. This is my first sit down video that I've done in a very long time, right? So yeah, I'll see you in my next video. I love you guys. Bye.